Thank you.
Can't wait for it.
Yep.
When they're getting,
Yeah.
you know, when they're not here, and they're getting us, you know,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and then the morning starts to be, oh,
Oh, yeah?
Give me a couple of those.
Same Same people are still here, we just don't.
Good morning. Good morning. Should I start singing that song? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Absolutely. Yeah, I woke up this morning, looked up and said, oh my goodness, there's snow.
Your dream came true.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know, as the older I get, I don't know that it's my dream anymore.
So you've got more power than you think.
There you go. This is good. This is good. We have some guests. Good morning, Doug. Thank you for joining us. Doug, I think you painted the downstairs, did you not? Wasn't
Yes.
that what you were painting? You painted all the downstairs and brightened it up a lot, so we thank you for that. And Craig Smith is here. Craig, I don't know if you know Craig or not. Craig is helping us with the website. He is the one that's helping us put the webpage together. So we've been working on that for the last month or so, and so he wanted to snap a couple of pictures. So I told him to be sure to do that when I'm turned around and not, you know, when I'm doing the collection. Take my best side, here you go. So, welcome. I want to read something to you quickly this morning, and I don't have my thing on. Here it is. There we go, okay. This comes from Adam Hamilton, Faithful Christmas Through the Eyes of Jesus, which has been our Bible study for the last 4 weeks. And in reading this, he writes, centuries ago, there was a follower of Jesus who lived in Asia Minor, what is today is Turkey. He had a heart for those in need. He was selfless and kind. According to one legend, as he approached Christmas, he wanted to find a way to celebrate rightly the birth of the one who gave himself for the world. After some reflection, he settled on an idea. Find needy children in his community and do something to help them. In this, he would follow the tradition of the Magi, who had brought gifts to help Joseph's poor family that first Christmas. You may not know the story, but you know the name, Nicholas, who eventually became a bishop in the church after his death was canonized as St. Nicholas. And St. Nicholas is? Santa Claus! Absolutely. Absolutely. So, as we are very excitedly awaiting the arrival of Santa Claus tomorrow night. Yes. Do we have announcements? Yes, please.
I have a check from Atlanta Lions Club for $500 for the baby basket.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's excellent.
We had a good year, so try
That's
to
fabulous.
keep the money locally if we can.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Bonnie, did you have something? No? Okay, we're good. Okay. Okay. Remember tomorrow, 4 o'clock?
I do too.
Yes, please, Doug.
I can donate, but I can't do it until tomorrow.
That's fine. Come tomorrow. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
I'll be back.
That's wonderful. Heck yes, that's great. Yes. 4 o'clock tomorrow. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. How many is that? 4 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, 4 o'clock tomorrow for the Christmas Eve service. All right. So, and we expect to have Debbie, what's her last name?
Wilson.
Debbie Wilson, who you probably all know, who I've never met, here to play. And if we don't, that will be okay. We will just continue on along without the organ, and we will continue to sing. And we all know the first verses of all these songs anyway, and so we will just continue on. And I expect it to be a fantastically fun service, to tell you the truth. We have some people that are going to help us with the Advent candle. Badly spin the light. Good.
So hold on, just wait for him.
I'm a rookie at this.
Long time.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Soon we shall celebrate the birth of Jesus. We worship God with joy in our hearts as we are reminded of the words the angel said on that first Christmas day. Behold, I bring you good news of a great joy which will come to all the people. Our scripture today is from John 15, verses 9 through 11. I love you just as the Father loves me. Remain in my love. If you obey my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have obeyed my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. Now you get the candle. We light this candle to proclaim the coming of the light of God into the world. With the coming of this light, there is joy. Joy that is ours not only at Christmas, but always. And yours is the candle.
Oh, maybe it's early.
That's all right.
That's all right.
We have prayer, so right heads. Oh, Holy One, as Christmas draws near, there is a sense of excitement in the air. We can feel a joy in our lives and see it in those around us. Amen. And I'm going to read. So I would like to ask for prayers for my two children, Rebecca and Tony. They lost their dad on Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah. Massive heart attack.
oh, no.
So, yeah, so all three of my husbands are gone.
Oh,
I
my.
know, married 3 times, but yeah, that's
Oh,
my
that's-
first husband.
Oh, that was your first husband? Oh, my, that's a shame.
Yeah,
That's about-
67 years old.
He was 67? That's young,
Yeah,
very young. Oh, that's a shame.
yes. So keep Tony and Becky in your prayers, please.
We will, thank you.
Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow night.
Yes.
I gotta head back to Alpena.
Okay, okay, drive careful, please.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Wow, that is young. That is very young. Before we do the call to worship, please take a minute and greet your neighbor. May the peace of the Lord be always with you and also with you. Please just spread the peace amongst yourselves for one minute and not go.
Right, no touch.
It's okay, don't get up. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
Yeah, very good. Hey, buddy, very good. Very good.
Well, now.
That's all right, we're good. We're good. Hey, can you imagine walking into heaven and standing at the gate, and the first thing that they say to you is, welcome and may the peace of the Lord be with you always. That's kind of my vision. Well, in my vision, it might be, wait a little while before you commit. But, but theoretically, join me please in the call to worship. We look for an extraordinary sign of hope for our world, but God's sign is most ordinary of all. A young woman is with a child. We look to power for strength in our world, but God points to the most vulnerable. She gives birth. We look far and wide for a key to God's mystery, but God points us home. She calls this child Emmanuel, God with us. Let us rejoice and worship our God in our ordinary, vulnerable lives, God with us. Our hymn is number 144, O Little Town of Bethlehem.